Hey guys, it's me, Ms Beth, and I'm here for day one of your virtual Vacation Bible School craft night. We're going to be making paper boats. If you guys get the craft bag that you got at handouts, find the one that has day one paper clip to it. There should be 2 pieces of square paper. I gave you 2 because I don't know which pattern you're going to pick. And just in case there's any problems, any rips, any mess ups, we can always start over. Always start over. So, parents, if you're watching along, or kids, if you're watching along, the boat that we are going to make is a little bit different than the one that is shown on the WOW page for 2 reasons. I needed it to be a square piece of paper, and my arthritis could not keep up with what that lady was doing. So, instead of going back and redoing everything, I found one that's a little bit easier, it's a little bit slower, and we'll be able to do it together. So, the end result should be a boat just as good as the one that we see in the WOW video. So let's get started. Always, you can pause it or go slow because I'm going to take breaks and pause it in between. So, let's do this. Okay, guys, get your square piece of paper in front of you. It doesn't matter because it's a square. Our first step's pretty easy for this one. We're going to take this bottom end and we're going to fold it up like this. And that's it. Step 1. You've gone ahead and you've done the foldy part. So now we're going to take our paper and we're going to turn it upside down. So you want the opening flap here. And our next step is going to be us taking this and we're going to fold it up again just like this. So you went from down here and now it's up here. So go ahead and make that a nice crease. And this was your step 2. All right, so now that we have this done for step 3, we're going to take this, we're going to flip it right over, and we're going to do the exact same thing we just did on the other side. So we're going to fold up. Whoopsies. Ms Beth's got clumsy fingers, so bear with me. We're going to end up with a piece of paper that looks just like this, folded like this. All right, so now that we have this long rectangle, we're going to turn it this way, and we're going to open this flap. All right, so we went from right here, we turned, and we opened our flap. So your pattern side's going to be open just like this. Leave this one tucked under. So this is where we're going to stop here. Okay, so next, we have this corner up here at the top, and we're bringing all of this, everything, folded down. This corner is coming down to here. So do that. So now you should have something that looks a little bit like this. You went from here and now we have it folded here and press. Once you've got this guy folded like that, you're going to do it on the exact same side. We're going to bring this corner in here and we're going to fold this. So we should end up with 2 triangles at the top, and they're both going to be our white side. Our pattern side is still up down here. So we're going to take this, once our 2 triangles are up here, we're going to turn this guy like this. Now your 2 triangles should be down here on the bottom. This should be the side with all the papers on it, and this should be your one side. You're going to take this corner, and he's going to fold in just like we did before. All right, and if I know some of you, you're already a step ahead of me in folding this other corner. So this guy now comes down next to this one. And we press and get that nice triangle looking thing, which Ms Beth can't do with her fingers all crazy. There we go. So now you have your 2 triangles up here. Okay, so we have our corners folded. We're going to turn like this. So again, you're going to have the paper side here and your single side here. And we're going to fold this guy up into a nice little quadrilateral. How many of you have learned that word in school? I haven't used that word since school. I'm surprised I remember that word. Is this the trapezoid? Trapezoid. Sherry says it's a trapezoid. All right, so we should have a nice little trapezoid going on right here when we finish this step. So all we did, we took from here, we turned, and we folded up into our nice little trapezoid. If it's not a trapezoid, somebody please call Ms Beth and Sherry and tell them that we're wrong. All right, so our next step, we're going to take this corner of what Sherry says is a trapezoid, and we're going to fold it up. so that we get this little diagonal rectangle. Is that called a rhombus? Anybody? Is this a rhombus? Let me know if this is a rhombus. I might be wrong. But anyway, so we went from here. We folded up into here, and we're going to crease. Mama. It's a rhombus? You sure? All right, so this is where we're going to end at this step right here. Okay, so now we have it like this. We're going to let this guy flat back down, and we're going to bring his buddy right up just like this, and we're going to fold. So what we did, if you ended the last step, you were here. We're going to take this guy and let him fall back down, and we're going to do the same thing to this side. So we're going to bring this, we're going to line it up here, and we're going to give it a good firm crease, and we're just going to reverse our rhombus, if it is a rhombus. I would be funny if I was using the wrong word this whole time. But now we're the opposite of where we left last time. Alrighty, so we're going to take this, we're going to unfold, we're going to turn so our short end is on this side, and our long end is over here. We have this end. We're going to take our long end. We're going to open it up just like this. So we went from here. Turn your long end towards you. And we're going to open it just like this. Popped it open. Now we have this kind of bowl. We're going to take this top corner and we're going to fold it in here. So now your top is going to look like a little kite. We went from here. And then we folded and we got into here. Just like that. Ignore Sherry's hand. Alright, so now you've got this. And you guessed it, our next thing is going to be to fold this guy up. So we went from this top guy folding in. Now we've got this guy. And he's going to fold up. See the overlap right here? We're going to push this down. And now, let's count the sides. How many sides does this have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many? What's the shape called with 6 sides? A hexagon?
A hexagon.
A hexagon?
Hexagon.
Okay, so here's our hexagon. We've got our overlap on this side and our underfold here. We're going to bring this bottom lip up. Ooh, again, Ms Beth's fingers apologize. So this bottom guy is going to come up like this, and you're going to make almost looks like a little mouthy mouth with it. So we went from our cute little hexagon, and we just folded his bottom lip up right here. So this is where we're at now. Take a minute, because I know that you guys following along have to fold it too. And my fingers aren't letting me fold it. So let's all fold together. Once we get to this spot, hold on right here, and we'll come back for the next step. So here we go. We have our bottom lip folded up. We're going to take this guy and we're going to fold it down.
Mama,
What, Sherry?
The time when you don't go, held it to just wait a minute. Because I think they might try and guess what we're going to do next.
You think they might guess what we're going to do next? Well, we'll let them fold theirs down. So we went from up here and we brought this line down to the middle. And now it should look like 2 little lips, 2 kissy lips. Fold your kissy lips and I'll be right back with the next step. Okay, here's where we all should be at now. We're going to take this corner and we're going to fold it in and make a nice little rectangle look inside. Same with this one. We're going to put our kissy lips together and we're going to bring this point in like this. So at the end, we should have everybody folded in nice and neat. Almost looks like an envelope. We folded both the sides that were here in, and we have our kissy lips that came in like this. So you should be looking just like this right now.
Mom's doing
all right, so believe it or not, we're done. We just have to unfold now. So you're going to bring your top kissy lip up, bottom kissy lip up. These 2 flaps are going to stay in. So from your rectangle, top goes up, bottom goes up. Leave these flaps right here. Bring this one out and this one out, leaving those 2 tucked in. And if we do a little poppy pop here, voila, we have made a boat. And unfortunately, I made it the wrong way, so you can't even see the pattern on my paper. Thank you guys.
You can see a little bit.
come back for some more origami tomorrow when me and Sherry make paper birds.
What?